Not yet.
Well, I don't see what's funny. I don't hear any music playing.
Yeah, baby, he's dominating right now.
That one got away from me a bit.
I think you nailed it.
Did I, though?
Yeah.
I think that one got away from me a bit. Yeah. There's a lot of basketball going on right now. Did you guys watch the Pro Bowl stuff? What even is the Pro Bowl anymore? Do they actually do a game?
It's a flag football game, and then there's like a bunch of other things that go with it. Like they have other skills competitions and stuff.
I saw some like clips of dodgeball or something like that. Are they playing dodgeball?
Yeah, I think there's a dodgeball game. Yeah. But I haven't watched any of it. Shador Sanders is there, though, in the Pro Bowl.
Oh, for playing what, like 4 games?
For throwing more interceptions than he did touchdowns for a bad team.
Gracious.
So,
yeah. We
Yeah.
got some comments already. Francis says delayed almost as long as the start to the Myrtle Street Hoquiam show. That's true.
that was delayed?
Oh my gosh. Well, it was senior night for Aberdeen. Do you know how many seniors Aberdeen has?
Yeah.
10.
I know that because you
10
said
seniors.
that earlier when we were in the car.
10 of them. 10. And they each had to, have all of their stuff set, which was great, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, they stopped the pregame clock at 5 minutes and then did like a 15 to 20 minute like senior thing. And it was a long time. So I think the game started at it was scheduled to start at 1:30 and it started around 2. Yeah.
That's unacceptable.
It was bad. The Scrimmage podcast says you're not welcome here, Francis.
I think that was Andrew.
Yeah,
That was me.
And then he says, tell me something I don't know. And to think you are all basically the only thing in my life remotely even friend adjacent. Wow. It's kind of well, Chase would be his. No,
they're enemies, if anything.
wait. Chase said the Pro Bowl is on Tuesday. Why is it on Tuesday? What is going on with the NFL? Like, they should just cancel the whole thing.
I forgot my glasses, so those look like blobs of white, like somebody spilled milk on the screen.
Then Francis said more like, and then he spelled Shadur Sandwords in a not nice way.
Shadur Sandwords?
Sandwords. That's not what he said. Sandwords. Seniors fell asleep and didn't wake up until the third quarter. That's what Francis has to say about the Aberdeen basketball game.
That seems harsh.
Well-
it should be clear. Francis
We'll
is coming
talk-
at this from the perspective of an Aberdeen guy.
Of an Aberdeen guy who was disappointed in the game.
An Aberdeen guy whose kids graduated from Hoquiam who
Yep.
lives in Hoquiam.
I mean, we know that Daniel is going to be a Hoquiam guy with kids that graduate from homeschool in Aberdeen. So.
Does that
Yeah, but I'm not one of those. I'm not one of those people who's uncommitted, Andrew. I will drive my kids the extra 10 minutes to practice for the correct school.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if you know this, but JR lives in Hoquiam, right? Or Francis, whatever we call him here.
Mm-hmm.
Francis lives in his kids could have gone to Aberdeen. It just means you have to drive them an extra 5 to 10 minutes to whatever school you want them to go to.
What you have to know, though, is that he is not the boss of his household. So I'm going to assume there was another person
Here we
involved in that
go.
decision. Does
That's
that
good to know.
comment from Francis say Chase and I are feminists?
No, it says frenemies.
Frenemies.
Oh, okay.
Close.
Could be
Justin's
both,
not
though.
wearing his glasses.
No. I just flat out forgot them, like an idiot.
I wasn't
Chase
trying to
says
call you out,
the
sorry.
lesson here: put kindness into the world, and you will get kindness back.
I'm going to leave that there.
We're just gonna let that sit there.
Okay.
Let's see who we got a lot of basketball to talk. Coming down to crunch time.
Yeah.
Getting ready to start talking districts and transitive properties, which this year has been bonkers. Which means, if you could pull something up on your phone,
Yes.
pull up the standings for the Trico League.
Will do.
I would like to see some of that. And then another tab, maybe the standings for the Greater St. Helens 2A League. Also, interesting news. Did this come out before our last show? I think it might have, but I don't think we talked about it very much. The whole league shakeup for football next year.
I think, didn't we mention it?
I think we mentioned it.
We didn't really talk about it.
I feel like some more details have kind of come out about that. Rick was telling me about it at the basketball game.
So what do we know? We know that Centralia is joining the 1A Evergreen League.
Which leaves the 2A with 4 teams?
Yeah.
Chehalis, Tumwater, Black Hills, Aberdeen.
Yeah. And then Shelton is not in the same classification, so because they're 3A now.
Yeah.
So they're like in the league, but not really in the league.
Yeah.
So anyway, those 4 teams were going to merge with Greater St. Helens 2A.
Yeah.
And
But
I think it's a
apparently-
2-year thing.
But apparently R.A. Long specifically was like, play Tumwater every year, you can get out. So they're not going to make – it's not going to be truly they're all in the same league.
Okay.
Apparently they're going to be broken up into – so this is all me trying to translate what Rick told me he heard, but also I'm trying to also like get prepared for the basketball game because I was a little late and he's telling me all this. So if I mess something up, it's my fault, not Rick's fault.
Let's blame Rick.
So he said
He doesn't watch the show, I guarantee it.
no, he doesn't know that we have a show probably.
Does he even own a computer?
He does because he
Okay.
does email very proficiently.
Okay.
And he knows the league websites. So he gets all of his
Okay.
information from like the 1A
The
Evergreen.
league websites used to be so good.
They're better. They're
Are
not
they
bad
back?
anymore.
I
They're
would-
back to pretty good.
I wonder if his computer is old enough that he can access the older websites. I wonder if they're just available for. I don't know.
Don't make me think that that's a thing, Andrew.
It's definitely not.
Chase says, good luck trying to predict the Trico standings. And Francis says, Chase, so wise you'd almost forget he's from Elma. Wow. I mean, just, you know what? I get what Chase is saying now. You put kindness into the world.
And you get kindness out?
Unless you're a Duke fan.
Yeah.
Unless you're a Duke
That's a
fan.
good point. There's a
That is an
Instagram,
excellent-
there's
excellent point by
a
Francis.
social media account I follow. Have you ever heard of It's Cloacus?
No.
So this guy, he plays like the superstar mode in college football and then transfers those guys into Madden, and he does he has like this full family tree of the Cloacuses and like all these different guys who play.
The cloak is...
Yeah, I don't know how the
That's
name
awesome.
came up, but like I love his videos and I watch all the stories of the players and I think it's really fun. And then he had one of the most recent ones transfer to Duke, and I'm like, any other team in the country, I've always rooted. You know,
Yeah.
he doesn't have guys play for North Carolina, so I don't have a real rooting interest.
Right.
It's just kind of generally the good teams in the
Yeah.
nation. And then he decided to transfer a guy to Duke, and now I don't know what to do about it. I kind of don't want to watch anymore.
You should protest by not watching anymore. That one view for this guy is really going to hurt him.
It's gonna
It
kill
sounds
him.
like the level of playing video games that I would do with like franchise mode in Madden back when Madden was cool and not dumb like
Yeah.
it is now.
He complains about Madden a lot.
Does he?
Yeah.
My guy. Yes. Francis says Pats plus Duke equals puke,
Which is true.
which is true.
What if you add Celtics to that?
Pukets?
Puketics.
I don't know. He was just going with your logic.
Oh,
Pats, Duke, puke.
that's true. I was just doing because
But you're now a Pats fan, so you tried to work a different thing around.
I was trying to do a full chase thing. Like you never want to go full chase, but I thought if we want to go full chase, it's Pats, Duke, Celtics.
Celtics.
I was deflecting,
Yes, you were, because you didn't know what to do.
a
We
bad job.
lumped in with that.
and you didn't let me get away with it, which is kind of a jerk move on your part.
Bad teammate right there. Normally, I'm the good teammate on the show, but
Yeah.
this time I just decided to send it.
Yeah, you just
know?
looked at me. You just looked at me.
Well, you were going against your own rule. I'll just
You know-
say two things, and you always combine it into one word, and then when this happens, you just completely
Daniel,
disavowed it.
You did something to me that I would never do to you. You made me feel bad about myself. I couldn't
And on
even-
that note, the show's over.
I couldn't even
Justin's
say it
gonna
with a
walk
straight
home.
face. I have those
Dude,
standings.
I
Do
love
you
how
want 'em?
I love how right now it's just a conversation between Francis and Chase. Do they even watch the show? Do you think they have the volume on, or do they turn the volume off and just chat back and forth to each other in the comments?
I don't know. They probably
I'm
get
pretty
the
sure
same
this
out
is
of it either
like-
way.
This is just a chat room for Chase and Francis to talk at each other.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
true.
All right, so as you can kind of tell, we don't have this show too planned out. I'm Daniel Hargrove. You're listening to The Scrimmage. Justin Tomaszewicz over there.
Hi.
And that's our trusty producer, Andrew. Nobody's behind me at the moment giving me bad looks, so I feel a little bit safe.
I like it when Hannah sits on that couch over there that's over your shoulder, then, because then her and I can just make eye contact
Yeah,
sometimes and be like, "Oh."
I'll say something, and then all of a sudden I'll notice you looking over my shoulder, and I'm like, oh, great, Hannah's doing something back there. Makes me feel really comfortable. We got a lot of basketball to talk.
At least you're not insecure.
If anybody knows any wrestling information, throw that in the comments. Shoot us a text. Send us a message.
Chase, you just invited Chase to give us information
dude,
on all the wrestling. So
I would like that. Chase,
Yeah.
give us wrestling information. I went to 2 basketball games this week. So I went to the Hoquiam Monty game. Absolute barn burner. One of the greatest games we've covered.
Yeah.
Except for the bad guys won. The good guys won the previous 2 best games we've ever covered.
I would
But
argue
this
the
time-
good guys won this one.
No,
too.
I don't think so. And then
One of the players actively made himself a villain.
did he though? I mean, we love Marshawn Lynch, don't we?
Yeah, that's true. Good
Right?
point.
Like,
I don't know. I
Is
actually
this-
think I think
is
there
this
was
double standards. I didn't see it. You know what bums me out? I didn't
Yeah.
see it both times.
Yeah.
And
could-
you mentioned it on our broadcast twice.
Yeah. I was just the only reason I even mentioned it, and I reflected back on this later. We're talking about a player who made some kind of like lewd gestures. The only reason I even mentioned it on the broadcast,
he made Marshawn Lynch gestures. So if you
Yeah.
want to know what happened, they
Yeah.
were kind of Marshawn Lynch going into the end zone type.
and they were
gestures.
directed in the direct. Well, at least one of them was very clearly directed at the student section of the opposing team.
That is
But-
Yeah.
somewhat different than what Marshawn did.
Marshawn did it
somewhat.
to the
Yeah.
world.
Well,
Yeah,
I also
kind
like
of.
I was kind of
and very much in motion. He didn't get up and then go at the bench or something
That's
like
true.
that.
You know what's funny? Just really quick.
yeah. Go ahead.
I went to lunch the other day, and
That is funny.
that is hilarious. They were playing
Lunch eaters.
the Super Bowl that shall not be talked about. But I kind of want to go back and watch that Super Bowl and then just turn it off before the last 5 seconds of the game, because that was an awesome game. And so I'm like watching the game as it's going, and remember, it was like the third quarter. Doug Baldwin catches a touchdown.
Yeah.
And he spins the ball, and then the camera goes away, and then all of a sudden it's like personal foul, Doug Baldwin, unnecessary or unsportsmanlike conduct. Remember his celebration in the Super Bowl against the Pats? Mm-hmm. He did like the pantomime of like mooning the fans.
Yeah. The Randy Moss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
Yeah.
Why is it that Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll get all this flack about that game, but Doug Baldwin and the defense that gave up a butt ton of points all in like the last 5 minutes of the game just absolutely skate? Have you ever thought about that? The defense
went out
gacked
with a
up that
concussion.
game. What?
Chris Averill went out with a concussion, and they could not stop them after that.
Okay, so one injury.
Yeah, no, but I'm
Like-
saying like that was the with Chris Averill gone, all of a sudden the Patriots just marched on the defense.
Yeah. And yet everything's blamed on Russell Wilson and that one play. And it's like, dude, look in the mirror.
Yeah.
So frustrating.
Yeah.
I mean, does that play suck? Yes. Was it a terrible play call? Yes. But get over it.
seriously,
The fact that they blame
I s-
everything on
I
Russell
still-
Wilson just
Seattle,
drives me
get
nuts.
over it.
I still think that the whole conversation runner pass is a complete like non-issue. It should have been a pass. It should have been a pass that had zero
Chance of getting intercepted. Yeah, it should have been like,
You
all right,
wanted-
Russell, you take the snap, you sprint to your right. If you don't have someone wide butt open,
Then chuck it out
like
of
Doug
bounds.
Baldwin mooning people open, then chuck it out of bounds. There should be no like quick slant into traffic variable.
Yes.
Absolutely. But everybody likes to simplify things, Andrew. And pass bad, run good. Marshawn is the simple way to describe it.
I still think they should have run the ball.
Everybody goes, run the dang ball. Well, that would have been better than what they did, but it wasn't necessarily the correct decision given the amount of timeouts and the amount of time left on the clock.
I think it was.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Anyway, what I was saying was,
gestures.
Doug
Baldwin.
I mentioned them on the broadcast a couple times, and I reflected back on that later, and I was like, I wonder if I shouldn't have done that. Like, it's not something we would normally. But
you know what? That's a good point.
The reason I said it at all was because the game was super close and intense.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, he's gonna get a tech.
Right.
So I was like, oh, he better be careful. That was kind of what and then later when I thought about it, I was like, I kind of wish that I hadn't said anything about it at all.
Right.
Because I didn't want it to like cast a negative light on the player.
We usually avoid things like that.
Yeah.
We usually avoid, and something Ian taught me before is you also try to avoid calling a player dumb. And even to the point where I said, oh, that was a dumb mistake there. Mm-hmm. And Ian told me at commercial break, hey, these are high school kids. Maybe don't call them dumb.
Yeah.
I think I maybe need to go back to that guidance a little bit because I think I get a little podcasty sometimes with my commentary where I'm like, wow, that was a stupid decision. But yeah, I think maybe I should stop calling high school kids dumb.
I think you're fine. Yeah, I had a moment where I was like, oh shoot, I hope that if anybody was listening, which I have no idea, that people didn't think like negatively of the kid, because I'm not a prude. So like I wasn't offended remotely about what he was doing. And also this was a time of the game when he had just taken over and was trying to pump up his teammates.
Right.
And I fully understood everything that he was doing. Like I just had the reaction of, oh shoot,
if
the refs see you do that, you're going to get teed up.
And it'll be a complete momentum shift.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like the flagrant foul.
Right.
Which, okay, so we're talking about the Monty Hoquiam game. Right?
Yeah.
This was an absolute barn burner. We mentioned it. Afterwards, you said, was that the best game that we've ever covered? And then I reminded
Prisoner of the moment.
I reminded you that we're really old.
Yeah.
And we've covered a lot of games.
Yeah.
And all the way back in 2012, we covered a triple overtime.
That was a good year.
It was 2013 because 12 was
coming right off the Monty football state title.
So Monty wins state title in football.
Yeah.
And then in basketball, Hoquiam is in a district title game with Le Center.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was district title or maybe the game to get to
Yeah, I was
going to
say, was it a semifinal?
I think it was the semifinal game against Le Center
Yeah.
at Elma. It was at Elma.
I think so, yeah.
And they went triple overtime, and Hoquiam played like a total of 5 or 6 players or something like that.
And they played, it was nuts.
And that was an awesome game.
And didn't one of the guys, I think one of their guys fouled out in one of the overtime periods, and then they had to finish the game with just the 5 and no subs off the bench.
Yeah, it was sick.
Yeah.
Wait, you know what, though? I think it was technically 7 because I think Jackson Folkers subbed into a game, but before any time came off the clock, he got subbed out.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I don't know if that actually counts as playing or not.
I think shouldn't be legal.
I think he subbed in during a free throw, and then I think the guy made the free throw, and then the other team called a timeout, and he got subbed out. It was a weird situation.
I have a very vague memory of that.
I remember Ryan Espedal having an absolute game in that one, like because he was the guy who ended up playing like the whole last 2 overtime periods. Mm-hmm. And he had a behind the back saving it from going out of bounds right to Jace Varner for a lay-in.
Yeah.
Oh, that was golden. But also, we covered another triple overtime game when those kids were all freshmen. Mm-hmm. And Jared Steen hit 3 free throws to force overtime. That was another really good one. That was at Chehalis, I want to say. But this one, right up there with it, because down 3... 5 seconds left. Monty inbounds the ball. There we go. From the right sideline. I just watched the video of it. Who got the inbounds? He dribbles to the left. And then
Was it Ryan?
I think it was Ryan. They inbound it to Ryan. He dribbles to the right or to the left, fakes like he's going to drive, pulls back up, and while that's happening, Colton Grubb does a loop around.
Yeah.
You can see I'm doing it with my fingers here.
A little loop-de-loop.
Little loop-de-loop comes through the it's not a picket fence screen. It's more like what are doors that open like this?
French doors?
It's like a French door screen. He runs through, the French doors close to screen off his defender.
Yeah.
Catch, shoot, drills the 3 at the buzzer
It was
to
Ryan.
send it to
I'm watching
overtime.
the video right now.
Yeah, that was a good video. Oh, man. The French door, you see what I'm saying with the
Yes,
French? Because he comes through the middle of them and they French door it.
It was a really good play.
It was a great play. And I will say this again. I mentioned this multiple times. Colton was not having a good night. It was not a night where you're like, of course Colton's going to shoot the last second 3 because he's been on one in this evening. No, he hadn't made a 3-pointer all game.
He was their best shooter, though.
But he hadn't made a 3-pointer all game.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want Mason Fry to shoot that? The kid who already had like 20 points
and made a 3.
and made a 3? Or Ryan Weidman who had a 3?
I think
No, they were like, this is our guy.
Yeah.
He wins wiffle ball home run derbies,
Stud.
and we're going to trust him. And he caught it.
We're violating the no
balanced
grubs rule.
really quickly. Yeah. And just straight up knocked it down. Nothing but net. Nothing fluky about it. That was a monster play. And then I was thinking at that point, oh, man, Hoquiam was kind of holding on by its fingernails this whole time. But the overtime period was a freaking
Just
back and forth
crazy
barrage.
Yeah.
Like it went Ryan Weinman for 3, and then Talon Abbott for 2, and then Mason Fry for 2, and then KJ McCoy for 2, and then Caden Grubb for 2. And it was just back and forth. And then KJ McCoy gets fouled, and it was just back and forth the whole way.
Yeah.
And then with 5 seconds left again, actually, I think it was like 10 seconds left.
I think when they inbounded it, it was 12, I want to say.
12 seconds. And Mason goes to the hoop, pull up, gets to the, like a floater pull up, like short 2, knocks it down with 5 seconds left.
Yeah.
And did Hoquiam call a timeout?
No, they didn't. They just
went with it, which I'm kind of fine with.
They might not have. I don't know if they had one.
Yeah.
There were a lot of timeouts late in that game.
Yeah,
and I don't know how
if
the
they had one
overtime
left.
timeouts rule work. Do you get more? I don't remember.
Yeah.
But that was also immediately following a great play by Lincoln Nemi and KJ McCoy with 27 seconds left.
Right. I forgot
where
about that.
I think Lincoln blocked or
You're right.
disrupted Mason's shot.
If you look in the stat sheet, it's probably a block. But
Yeah.
did he go through both arms of Mason Fry? Most likely. But was that called a foul at any other point in the night? No.
I got the video here. I got the video here in front of me. I'll tell you. But yeah, this was with less than 30 seconds left. The go-ahead Hoquiam basket was Lincoln disrupting in some way. I think it's clean, actually. Now that I
Was
look at
it
it,
really? Man, we were.
Mason thought it was a foul.
I
We'll
was
see.
leaning into that.
So
bad-mouthing
Lincoln
the
not
refs.
only disrupts the shot and gets the ball, but then
Yeah.
he sees KJ McCoy sprinting,
Yeah.
which, by the way, that's one thing that KJ McCoy does a lot, which is see ball run.
Yes.
He's really fast. Lincoln
Especially
throws a
when-
dime to him, and then he gets a layup on the other end for the lead.
He did that multiple times in the Aberdeen game. I think it's when he sees Lincoln get a rebound specifically, he takes off. And then Lincoln does like this like weird hook shot sidearm baseball pass down the floor. But yeah, that was a crazy play too.
Yeah.
And yet Monty responded yet again. And then it just felt like whoever had the last good look at the basket. But on the way back down, Lincoln didn't really have a good look at the basket.
Yeah, no, he
And
didn't. Great defense.
Great defense.
Double team.
Tried to get it. And yet it wasn't like an obvious like double team pass out of it
Right.
because time was running out.
No, when Lincoln got the ball in his hands, I think he had 6 seconds left.
If
And that was
yeah.
to run all the way down the floor and get a shot up.
Yeah.
So he got down there, realized he had about a second and a half to pivot, and then had to hoist it.
Yep. And that's how that game ended.
Yeah, it was great.
It was a
really good game.
It was a really good game. We had Lincoln for 25 and KJ McCoy for 24. The Daily World had Talon Abbott for 11, not 7, and KJ McCoy with 20. One of us got it wrong.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Usually the Daily World gets their stats from the team.
Right.
So I don't know if that was like did they just go to Monty's bookkeeper and get all of it, or did they go to Jeff Nemi and Hoquiam and get theirs? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But I do know that in the official Daily World stats, they had KJ at 20 points.
Yeah. What I do know is KJ McCoy, you said it in the post game, that was like a Star is Born game.
Yeah.
Like that was a crazy game, and he did not play like a freshman that entire game.
He just did everything. He
Yeah.
scored inside. He hit threes. He ran fast break. He played defense. He got rebounds. There wasn't like a part of like you would not watch KJ McCoy play the game and think he's a freshman. He has a really, really mature game. What happened?
Chase just said that game is just Monty propaganda.
It's not fake news. How dare you say
He
that?
didn't say it was fake news. He said it was propaganda.
That's okay. All right.
Which could be fake news, or it could be
Malinformation.
or it could be taking. It could be like the moon
It's
landing.
mis or disinformation.
It could be like the moon landing.
It didn't
where
happen?
It did happen, but we're gonna play it up and propagandize it to the absolute max.
Make
which
fake
means
videos.
Justin,
Script the
malinformation
communication.
is a way to label information that is true but hurtful. It's malicious.
Okay. Got it.
I like it.
Love it. Anyway,
Anyway,
did we run through the Monty guy stats in that game? I know we talked about, you mentioned Lincoln and KJ.
Well,
They also had, by the way, in the Daily World thing, it had KJ for 3 steals and 3 steals.
oh,
So there's
3
that.
steals and 3 steals. You say?
Yeah.
We
that
had
a
Rick had him
double
leading
single?
them with 6 rebounds, I believe,
Yeah.
in that one. So Hoquiam doesn't rebound much.
No, they got
Which
out
is-
rebounded pretty bad.
Which is funny when it comes to the Aberdeen game because both of those teams don't know how to rebound. So it's kind of funny watching 2 teams who don't know how to rebound play against each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got out rebounded 36-20 in that game. And the surprising thing to me was that Caden Grubb we had him for 8, and I think the official stats had him for 7.
Yeah. It just felt like he had more rebounds than that.
They had Mason Fry for 11 we had Mason Fry for 11 rebounds.
I will get that for you.
So Mason Fry was definitely our player of the game. 28 points, 11 rebounds.
So here's the other thing. They had him for 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. But also that 28 points for Mason
Yeah.
was on 13 of 19 shooting.
That's
He only
impressive.
missed 6 shots from the field in a game that he made 20. He scored 28 points.
There was the beginning of the game, he hit 4 2-point buckets. Mm-hmm. And it felt
Man,
like
they were working that high-low action.
They were working it, and it felt like every time they went down to him, it was just Caden Mason. And that was the entire first half. So in the first half, Mason Fry and Caden Grubb combined for 28 points.
And that was with a stretch of about 4 or 5 minutes where they fell in love with jump shots.
Yeah.
As
But
a
then
team.
the entire third quarter, they fell in love with jump shots.
Yeah.
Because in the third quarter, Montesano only scored 6 points. And it was Weidman, Mason, and Caden each had 2 points. And that's when Hoquiam really shifted things, took the lead, because they were down by 9 at halftime. That was just a great game.
It was a really good
Dude,
game.
just back and forth, runs each way. And so Mason Fry had 28 points, 10 rebounds is what they had him for.
Yeah.
We had him for 11. Caden Grubb with 19 points. Let's see. Colton Grubb with 9. Ryan Weidman had 10.
And Ryan Weidman also had 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 steals.
Yeah.
He was all over the place.
Ryan, you know what? I've heard multiple different opinions of Ryan Weidman. All I can say is when I watch him play, I love his game.
Oh, he's been great.
I love his game.
Yeah.
I think I heard like some jealousy or like, oh, they got this transfer in who thinks he's better than he is or stuff like that. All I know is I love how that kid plays. He calms things down at the point position. His form on his shot is silky smooth. He knocks down free throws. Like, I just like his game. And he plays hard defense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is he... Okay, this has been driving me nuts for 3 days. 2 days. 2 days. Ever since Andrew made the comment about how, like, Hoquiam needs to get into the NIL money and start recruiting some foreign exchange students.
I said recruit foreign
You
exchange
said foreign
students.
exchange
I
students.
said NIL money.
You said NIL money. And as soon as Andrew said that, I was like, dude, Hoquiam needs like a 6'6" foreign exchange student. But I was going to say, and I was driving, so I didn't end up saying this. I was like, they need a 6'6" foreign exchange student next year. But I would also take what's his name that Peyton played with his senior year?
DeLon Chan.
DeLon Chan.
Who wouldn't take a
Who
DeLon
wouldn't
Chan?
take a DeLon Chan? I love that. Speaking of kids whose games I love.
He's back now, by
that
the
kid's
way.
a bucket.
He's going to college in the States.
Is he playing hoops?
No.
Dang it. Is he playing rec hoops?
He's nearby, though. He's at like Seattle U or something. Peyton's had some conversation with him. They're going to try to get together and play ball sometime.
Dude, that kid was awesome.
Yeah.
I love DeLon Chan.
Yeah.
This is weird to talk about with high school sports, but I'm like desperately hoping that Hoquiam gets some sort of transfer like 6'6" kid, because much like Aberdeen too.
You want me to scout the surrounding B schools and see if there's someone you can poach?
Dude, I bet. You know what I bet? I bet like Morton White Pass has a tall kid. They always have tall kids.
You didn't go to the local ones, I noticed right away.
I don't think there's any tall kids around here besides Monty and Elma, and those kids aren't leaving Monty and Elma.
That's true.
Like, I don't think we're going to be able to recruit Caden
Also-
Grubb.
Ooh, how tall is JJ Eastman?
Daniel has conviction in his principles, and he doesn't want to steal players from the surrounding community.
Oh, I'll take
because he
from
would feel bad.
Pat County all day.
What about North Beach?
North Beach? Oh, I hadn't thought about North Beach. Is that where JJ Eastman is? How tall is he?
I don't know.
He should come to Hoquiam. That's not even a big drive. You know what? I am all against.
I know where he
this
lives. You want me to
until
stop by his house?
until it helps my team.
Okay.
Like, Hoquiam needs a big guy. Just throwing that, and that is also. I don't want to downplay how well Talon Abbott has played in the last couple of games.
Yeah.
If he was just 2 inches taller.
Yeah, he's 6'1".
If he was 2 inches taller.
Talon, can you just like be 6'4"?
He's
like,
only a sophomore. Maybe he's
Just-
got a growth spurt coming.
Just send him to college, and he'll gain 2 inches.
Is there anything?
That's a roster heights joke, guys.
All right. I feel like I've dominated the conversation about that game.
Chase has an interesting point.
Chase,
about
nobody
the,
cares. No, I'm
oh,
just
okay.
kidding. What, Daniel? I know it's not on your broadcast schedule and you're busy, but just saying, if Elma beats Hoquiam on Wednesday, then Elma at Monty on Thursday is for the league championship.
Pretty sure it's Friday. It's not Friday?
Bro, I know. Here's the thing. It's not on my broadcast schedule. And if I was to pick a game, it would be that one.
Chase doesn't even know what day it's on. It's on Friday.
Oh, man. Getting called out, Chase. But here's the thing. I'm balancing two things right now. Yeah, he put a star for Friday.
Okay.
So
I'm sure he already was sending that.
if I was to do a game next week, so I created the schedule through January because normally the regular season is pretty much done, but this year is kind of an odd year. There's league games all the way through the first week of February. But instead of picking up a really important game like that, I'm going to take the week off to try and build up some credit with my wife, who has to take care of 3 kids 4 and under, because I know that districts is coming and I'll probably do like 7 games in 10 days or something like that during districts. So I'm going to take a week off and then hopefully just go crazy with basketball broadcasts. By the way, Chase, if I do Elma games, if you want to join me on the broadcast, you are more than welcome.
Oh, he'd
to.
be really good at that.
If Justin wants to join me on the broadcast for Aberdeen Montesano games, go for it.
Or what if we did the switcheroo? Chase joins you for Monty games. I join you for Elma games.
That'd be fun.
Oh,
Well-
that would really make Elma upset.
That would.
I think I'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you'd be okay with it.
So Chase, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna skip that game because you guys are both going to the playoffs anyway, so I don't have to worry about that too much. But then, Justin, I've kind of dominated the conversation about this game. I want to give you a chance to talk some more about it. But I'm before you do, I'm just gonna say I'm really glad you were there, because your presence made me realize that I was like on the cusp of going like full Hoquiam homer on my broadcast. And I was like, pretty sure Justin would call me on this. So then I pivoted, and when I feel myself going homer, what do?
You blame the refs.
I blame the refs for everything for both teams. Because that way, if I get upset with a missed call that should have gone Hoquiam's way, then I can just pivot and be like, and they're not calling it for the other team either. And so I feel bad for the refs a little bit because I just went full attack the refs because I was personally trying not to just Hoquiam homer in this game that I was like super emotionally invested into.
In your defense, the officiating was weird. They started the game not calling anything, and then they tried to go through a phase where they were like calling a whole bunch of stuff to try to get the game under control. And then they started calling stuff on the perimeter, but nothing going towards the basket.
Yeah.
The weirdest thing, I guess it's not the weirdest thing. The call that was most annoying was the intentional foul at the end of regulation. But I think that you actually explained that one. I think that you explained it pretty well.
Those calls tick me off every time they happen.
Yeah, because it basically...
And it happens often.
Colton, it was about 35 seconds left, and Colton Grubb was trying to pick up a foul. And he went and put two hands on the person, didn't call the foul, and so he was like, okay, so he pushed him, and then they called him for an intentional foul.
Right.
And at first it was like, okay, that's kind of weird, sort of created by the refs, but you made the point on the broadcast after that, I mean, they've been letting people reach like crazy left and right and not calling anything, so all you really have to do is just go for the ball.
Right. And so that was my what Colton should have done there. It's just go for the ball like a madman.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe they won't call anything.
Right.
And you'll get a steal out of it. But he does the normal basketball thing and goes, all right, I need to stop the clock. And so he just kind of slaps Lincoln on the back.
Yeah.
And the refs don't call it. So then I've seen this happen so many times I can't even count. The kid gets frustrated and then goes, I guess I got to foul him harder, and shoves him to the ground. And then they go, flagrant foul. And it drives me freaking insane. You can't do that. You can't penalize a kid when he's obviously trying to pick up a foul call and you didn't call it on his first attempt to do it.
Right.
That is your fault as an official. And what you need to do to the other coach is say, hey, my bad. I realize your kid just got fouled too hard, but it's my fault that happened, and that's just a normal foul. And you got to own it and tell the other coach instead of saying, nope, that's a flagrant foul. You get the possession and the free throws. You got to own it. Realize that it's your own fault that this happened.
Yeah.
Sorry. I've seen that situation happen so many times, including one time that a guy's no longer allowed to broadcast with me because he started screaming at the officials while on the broadcast with me because of that situation with that. It was Bill Bonney.
Oh.
That was my old C Squad coach.
Okay.
Rest in peace, Bill Bonney. But he did a couple of games with me on a Hoquiam playoff run once, and he started screaming at the officials while on the broadcast with me. Bill's oh man, that guy was a fun dude to play for. Anyway, so sorry, I jumped in and dominated the conversation again.
No,
Maybe
you're
I
good.
I'll just.
I
scoot away
I
from the
know. I think I
microphone.
sort of threw it to you that time.
Okay.
So two things that I'll mention briefly before we move on to the Aberdeen Hoquiam game. There's a couple kids here that I've just really enjoyed watching the development of these players over the last few years. One is Mason Fry for Monty, which would be probably my athlete of the week nominee for this week for what he was able to do against Hoquiam, leading the team in scoring, leading the team in rebounds. He was making clutch plays left and right all over the place. He made the basket before the basket that won the game also, which had initially given him a lead. Mason has, over the last few years, he's really worked on fixing some of the flaws in his game. He's become an incredible finisher around the basket. He's been way more aggressive. He doesn't settle nearly as much for jumpers. He goes towards the basket. He's really good at keeping the ball high and avoiding turnovers. I've enjoyed watching his development a lot. And then the other player to shout out is Lincoln. We've been talking about Lincoln Nemi since before he was a freshman. He
Probably
burst
since
onto
he was
the
in 5th grade.
probably. I mean, but Lincoln burst onto the scene as a freshman, scored 40-plus points in his first game of varsity, and he's just been kind of like a polarizing star ever since then. He's been one of those guys who gets a lot of praise and he draws a lot of criticism really unfairly because he's just a teenage kid who's trying to go out there and work hard and get better at the thing that he loves.
Yep.
With the additional difficulty factor that his dad is the head coach, I'm sure that's not easy for either of them. It's moments I'm sure that they love and they'll treasure for the rest of their lives, but it's not easy along the way. And Lincoln has matured and developed so much. There's been some things that he's always been great at. He's always been a really good shooter. He's always been really good at putting the ball in the hoop. He has not always been really good at recognizing when to defer to other players. And he is phenomenal at that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Having Riker Maxfield as a primary ball handler who brings up the ball up the floor for them makes a big difference. And then letting Lincoln be kind of secondary. He'll get the ball out past the elbow, he'll drive, and then he'll draw the defense, and then he has great floor vision and incredible touch on his passing. He's such a versatile player. He'll find somebody wide open. That's why he gets assists in the game. I've just been incredibly impressed with the developments in Lincoln's game and how much more unselfish he's become. And I think in this Monty game, I know they didn't end up coming out on top, but there was a moment in the second quarter when they were down bad. They were down by almost 20 points at one point. I think it was like 22-6, if I'm remembering correctly. They're 18-4. Like, they were down by a lot.
It was a huge margin.
And when it felt like the game was about to completely slip away,
I can't remember the score, but at one point, Monty went on an 18-0 run.
yeah.
So, yeah, there was a massive gap.
And at that point, Lincoln decided, okay, he's looking around. He's like, all right, the guys around me are getting deflated. Things are getting bad. I'm going to take this on. And he went on an 8-0 run by himself.
Yep.
And he didn't just go on an 8-0 run by himself. He pumped up his teammates. He increased the energy. He made them feel like they were back in the game. And then the whole tone of the game shifted. And I think it's it's some leadership that he's developed over the last couple years. And, it's really fun to see when we really watch these games to see like how kids will compete against themselves.
Right.
Like how do you, from being center stage as a freshman where you show your great ability, but you also show your great flaws, like how do you learn from that and get better? How do you raise up your teammates around you? And I've just been really impressed with what I've seen from Lincoln this year.
Yeah, I think that's a excellent explanation, and gosh, I'm blanking on the word that I want, but how you've described what is taking place there, because I think we've noticed it a bunch. And you even say that in a game where in that like pumping up of his teammates, he kind of let it get away from him a little bit, where there could have been some mistakes in there. It's like, oh, that could have been a T if somebody had noticed it besides Justin from the broadcast booth. But those are things that, again, you have to go back to. This is a high school kid. He's got an entire student section that's been yelling at him since he was a freshman.
Yeah.
I mean, we watched
his former classmates, some of them, because he went to Monty in junior high.
You're right. And yeah, that's a good point. I always forget about that too.
Yeah.
I forget about that point of it.
Yeah.
And wow, think about that team.
I have.
I bet you have. Think about adding Lincoln Nemi into Caden and Mason.
Oh, I've thought about it. I think everything worked out the way it was supposed to, though. Jeff Nemi he's a Crimson, he's a Grizzly through and through.
Yes.
So they ended up where they were supposed to be.
Absolutely. It's crazy to think about, like, just the growth that we've seen, but also we've seen that with that's why we love watching high school sports and that we get to follow it so closely year in, year out as we see these
when
kids.
Lincoln played in 7th and 8th grade with those guys, woo, they were unstoppable.
I can only imagine. Jeez. All right, let's shift focus a little bit. So this is a game that you weren't at, but I was at, and you know the Aberdeen team pretty well. Mm-hmm. Hoquiam pretty much controlled this game from start to finish, and Aberdeen's dealt with a bunch of injuries this year, And while it's not as bad as it was for like a 2-week stretch, now you can tell it's still impacting them. Luke Martin blows out his knee at an all-star football game. Multiple things wrong. He's probably not going to even be able to play baseball this year. Just crushing. We both know him personally, so it like hurts a little bit more.
Yeah.
Also, it was like a 50-minute pregame show, so I found myself talking about Luke and his injury like way more than I should any high school kid's injury, so I felt a little bad by that. But then Isaac Garcia's playing with like one of those plastic ankle braces, so you can still tell that it's still impacting him there. Riker Scott, normally a starter, didn't start in this game, and he's playing in bursts, I would say, where you're like, there's Riker, and then for a lot of the game, you're like, he seems like he's picking his moments, so he's still dealing with his injury. So that impacted them a lot in this game. And not saying that Hoquiam wouldn't have won either way, but I don't think it would have been as comfortable as if those, if Riker and Isaac were fully healthy. Now, saying that, Isaac had 19 points and 10 rebounds, so he still played an awesome game. Yeah. Riker played a decent game. He had 6 points. Zonto had 7. Qzada had 16 points. And the most impressive part about that is he kind of did that thing that you were just talking about with Lincoln of like looking around. Okay, we need some energy here coming out of halftime. And Qzada scored 12 of his 16 points in the third quarter. They were down 14 at halftime, and he came into the third quarter and was like, hey, I didn't get to play much in the first half because of foul trouble. I'm going to go off. And he did. He hit a 3, 4 twos, and an and one to go in there and have just a massive third quarter that gave Aberdeen life. And what I was most impressed with is I have never seen Qzada play with a mid-range game. But he did. He only had 1 3 in this game, and he hit a ton of jumpers, driving to the hoop, and then pulling up at the elbow. And that was just a part of the game that I've never seen Qzada play with. So that was good to see, and especially when they needed him most. And then Garcia kind of got his rhythm back in the fourth quarter and ended up putting up, most of his points in the fourth quarter. I think 11 of his 19 points all in the fourth quarter, trying to bring Aberdeen back and complete that comeback. But every time that Aberdeen kind of drew within a certain amount, Hoquiam would hit a big shot. So there's multiple times where the closest they came in their comeback was 7 points, and that 7 points, Zonto came down and drilled a 3. Well, then back the other way, Joey Bozic drills a 3, and it just went right back to 10 points. And so there's just so many back and forths in the fourth quarter where you're like, oh, is this the time that Aberdeen breaks through? And then Hoquiam would come back and hit a big shot. And whether it was KJ McCoy or Lincoln Nemi or Joey Bozic, even Ethan Byron did his part in the fourth quarter as well. And it just goes to what we've seen the last couple of years with Lincoln being like the only option. Now all of a sudden they run an offense, they pass the ball 6 times, and you have 4 different guys touch the ball, and you're like, oh, Riker could score. Oh, Joey could score. Oh, KJ could score. Oh, now Lincoln has the ball for the first time of this possession, instead of what did we see last year? Lincoln was dribbling the ball 90% of the time trying to find an open bucket, and now it's like all these different guys are touching the ball, and you're like, oh, that guy could go get a bucket. That guy could go to a bucket. Oh, they passed it down inside, and Talon drop steps and goes up for 2. Like, it's a much more well-rounded team, and the thing that they're missing is somebody who could defend a post player and grab rebounds, because in this game, Lincoln had 25 points. He led them with 7 rebounds. And for all the people who thinks he shoots too much, yes, he shot 19 times, but he made 9 of them. And an almost 50% shooting percentage is pretty darn good for a high school kid.
Yeah. He also does a lot of we work the ball around and try to find something, and then, shoot, somebody's got to shoot the ball. I'll put this shot up thing.
Right.
So I don't even I give him more of a pass if he does shoot a lower percentage than some of the other guys.
Right.
Because when you're the guy who kind of handles that scoring load, you get that extra responsibility of you be the guy who gets a shot.
Exactly. Yeah, when things are breaking down, go find a bucket. Or
Also,
when
we know that you can make a 3/4 court shot, so you be the guy who heaves it at the end of the buzzer.
Nick Sisson in here.
Oh, nice.
He says, I'm here. The pride of Hoquiam must be happy. I am. And I'm also wondering how Nick is doing knowing that his Seahawks, who didn't beat anybody, are in the Super Bowl now. Remember when he was talking trash?
How he said sea frauds.
He said sea frauds. I also like how every time Nick hops in, you just insult him. Instantly attack him.
It's very weird.
What's wrong with me?
I don't know.
I have a problem.
Daniel got off on the wrong foot with the podcast beef in the beginning, I think.
It was fake. It was fake beef, though.
Yeah, but Daniel doesn't do fake beef well.
I have a hard time with fake stuff. I got tricked.
He makes it real.
I tried to start fake beef with like 2 other podcasts before we finally found Nick.
And Nick says, I might have been wrong about that.
Nah, it's okay. You're right about that.
No,
Go Pats.
Nick, if you take out the good teams that they played against, you're right.
Yes.
They haven't played anybody at all.
Yeah, if you don't count the NFC West, then they haven't played anybody
or
that
the
good.
Houston Texans.
Yeah,
or the Steelers.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's any. Oh, did you see the girls basketball?
That Monty beat Hoquiam
By a lot.
Yeah.
I've heard
I think
rumor.
Hoquiam's running into some depth issues.
I've heard that Hoquiam had a few players sick and they're playing through it, which might explain some things because they have no depth. But I also heard that they had another player transfer out and now they're down to 7 players. Have you heard that? You're trying to read Chase's comment.
No, they had a picture of like literally 7 girls. I think they have actually only 7 players.
I think another girl has. So they only have 7 players in their entire program. There's not like a JV they can pull from. They now have 7 total players.
A couple of them are freshmen, I'm pretty sure.
That is nuts, especially with how good 3 of them are. That they might make it to the Sundome regardless of the fact that they only have 2 subs. What?
Let's put a wig
so
on.
Frustrating.
Let's put a wig on Daniel.
Dude, my guy.
You have to shave.
I'd lock down some girls.
Yeah, you would.
I wouldn't score very many points still. I'd probably be a liability on offense. Actually, I don't know if I can move that well anymore. I hurt my knee like getting into the car today. I might not last very long, Coach.
Welcome to middle age.
It's gross. And yet, I still feel like if those 3 girls and Broadhead are healthy, they'll probably be able to like work their way into a state berth. But how slim is the margin of error when you have 7 kids in your entire program?
I almost didn't
what
like
the crap.
I was aware of the fact
especially when they have such great athletes at the school. Like, can they just let Renasia Burtonshaw come play for the playoffs? Like, can just be like, hey, I know you haven't played all season, but we could really use another player.
Yeah.
I'd be here for it.
I knew that game happened, and you would think that would definitely be something I would bring up because, Monty guy.
Yeah.
But I felt like, oh, shoot, when Hoquiam won the first matchup between those two, we really buried Monty.
Yeah, we did.
We were like, oh, the reign is over. Yeah. Hoquiam's better.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden it's even.
It's even. And here we go.
We were even doing is the next team below them going to beat Monty in their matchup? Because Monty played Elma and Elma's been like the third wheel in that matchup. So I should apologize probably to the Monty girls program for burying them after the first Hoquiam game.
Chase says there's actually a nightmare scenario where Hoquiam, Monty, and Hoquiam girls. Okay, I think he means Hoquiam, Monty, and Elma girls all finish league tied for first at 6-2. Requires Elma to win, but it's crazy that that's still in play.
Oh, that's adorable, Chase.
Chase. That's cute. That'd be like me saying, hey, you know what? If Hoquiam beats Elma, and Monty loses to Rochester, Hoquiam still got a shot at first place in boys basketball.
Hoquiam did already beat Elma.
Yeah.
And Rochester beat Hoquiam.
Yeah.
So by transitive law, those things could happen.
Except for Hoquiam already beat, or Rochester already lost to Montesano. So
Rochester has okay. This is one thing. This is wild. That out of all the games in all the league schedule, that Hoquiam Rochester game bothers me.
It makes no sense.
Because Hoquiam loses on a buzzer beater.
Yeah.
When Monty and Elma, which I think it's proven, like those three teams are all really close to each other. Elma, Monty, Hoquiam, all really close to each other in skill level. That every time Elma or Monty plays Rochester, it's either a 20-plus or a 30-plus point win. And yet somehow Hoquiam ended up losing that game, and it's kind of messed up the league standings.
It's screwed everything up. It's screwed everything up.
Stupid Rochester.
Stupid Rochester.
I've never had anything against Rochester, but now I'm annoyed by them.
Anyway, all right, now it's time. Maybe Nick, if you're in the comments, who are we looking out for in the Trico League?
Do you want? I have the standings for.
Yeah, bring up the standings. Start talking about Trico, and Nick, let us know what's going on down there. Who do we actually have to worry about in the Trico League?
Well, the main team that you have to worry about is Fart
Vancouver is a 3A freaking school. Sorry,
they are
I'm never gonna let that go.
12-0 in league, 14-3 overall. It's interesting after that though, because there's a 3-way tie for second place. Kingsway Christian, La Center, and Kalama are all 9-3 in league play. All three of them have pretty good overall records too. They all have 12 wins. La Center and Kalama have 6 losses, while Kingsway Christian has 5. So Fort Vancouver seems to be the only like real good team that probably is the best team in our district. Because I don't think we have a team from the Evergreen 1A League that's dominant like that. Yeah. So Fort's the team to watch out for.
Oh, he says sneaky team Kalama.
Nick, who's the second best team in your estimation?
Well, he says sneaky team Kalama.
But is sneaky like, oh, well, they're the 4th best, but they might be good? What's this between Kingsway, La Center, and Kalama? What's the second best team? Yeah, that's what I want to know. Because if we're only getting 3 berths into
if we're only getting 3 berths,
regionals,
then somebody needs to have quadruplets.
Wow.
Wait, so in boys, yes, there's 3 berths. Fort will win district.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that seems like the most logical conclusion.
So.
Oh, Chase says Elma beat Kalama by 20. Ooh. That is sneaky. Way to go, Kalama.
It says right now.
Ooh, okay. So right now,
Kalama turned a corner, or did they get somebody healthy, or why do you think Kalama is so much better than when they got smashed by Elma by 20?
Well, let's see. Let's look at the schedule. So recently, Kalama beat Seton Catholic 65-57. They beat Kingsway by 1. They lost to Fort Vancouver, but only by 8.
Oh.
Beat Columbia White Salmon by 4. Beat Stevenson by 16. They're on a really long win streak. Beat Castle Rock by 20. Beat La Center by 10. Beat Seton Catholic before that by about 20. Their last loss was to Kingsway Christian. They lost 4 games in a row. So the Elma loss was part of a 4-game losing streak. They lost to Adna, Elma, Fort Vancouver, and Kingsway Christian. And since then, Kalama has won 3. Oh, if you discount the Fort Vancouver loss in the middle of it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They've won 7 of their last 8 games. So Kalama's on a good streak, including wins over Kingsway Christian, or including a win over Kingsway Christian and a win over La Center. So of those 3 teams that are in that tie, Kalama has beaten those 2 most recently.
And Nick says that coaching Kyle Randall is doing a phenomenal job for Kalama. Chase says Kalama seems to be better at home just by looking at the scores. Interesting. All I know is, so you said there's 3 teams, right? So if we mark Fart Vancouver as the 1, then that leaves 2 spots for Monty, Elma, and Hoquiam to go after.
Yeah, fighting against these 3 teams from the Trico.
And it's the true win 2 before you lose 2 situation at districts. Unless you're the 4 seed, then you have to win 3 before you lose 2. So for 1A boys districts, you have the play-in game between the Evergreen 4 and the Trico 5. But if we're hoping everything plays out how it should and Rochester's the 4, then we don't have to worry about that. So Elma, right now Elma's in the pole position to be the 1 seed, right? Because they beat Monty.
I mean, Monty and Elma both control their own destiny right now. Whoever, basically, if Elma handles their business against Hoquiam on Wednesday, which not an easy game.
They've lost already to Hoquiam.
I know, but if they do beat Hoquiam on Wednesday, then the title game is Friday. Like, technically, Elma is in first right now, even though they have the same record because Elma owns the head-to-head.
Right.
But Elma has 2 games left, and both of them are difficult. Monty only has 1 league game left, and it's the Elma game on Friday.
Right.
That Chase said was on Thursday. Like, whatever, Chase.
Whatever, Chase.
Yeah. Oh, and so there's a Kalama versus La Center game on Tuesday. That's going to be a big one for the Trico standings, too.
Gotcha. All right.
According to Chase, thank you.
All right, Nick. We know R.A. Long. Who else are we looking at down in the Greater St. Helens?
I have the standings. Do you want them?
Yeah, give me the standings, and then does anybody have a shot from the Evergreen?
So R.A. Long 12-0, Woodland 9-3, 14-5 overall, Columbia River 8-4, 12-6 overall, Washougal 7-5, 11-7 overall, and Ridgefield 6-6, 10-8 overall. So they seems those
pretty strong.
Teams at the top 3, pretty strong records. But again, you're like, it's not a straight pecking order, you know? Like, there's not a you definitely lost to these teams every time and beat these teams every time. Like, second place after R.A. Long is Woodland. They have 3 losses in league. You know, they didn't play R.A. Long 3 times, so that means they definitely lost to somebody else.
Yeah.
So they might have some pretty good diversity in their parity, I should say, in their league as well after R.A. Long.
Nick says Woodland and Columbia River, Tumwater and R.A. Long should play for the district title.
Okay.
Isn't Black Hills? I haven't looked at the Evergreen 2A standings for a while, but I thought Black Hills was the 1 seed coming out of the 2A. Oh, I guess no. Tumwater's gone 8-0. So Black Hills, all that thunder has been not what I was expecting. Everybody was picking Black Hills to win the league this year. Interesting.
Yeah, Black Hills has 2 losses. Wow, that's great. The bottom man. In the Evergreen 2A, once you get past the top 2, it is wild, man.
Yeah.
Tumwater's 8-0, Black Hills is 6-2. The tie for third is between WF West and Aberdeen at 3-5. They split their season series.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's Shelton and Centralia, only 1 game behind those 2 at 2-6.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
And it's teams that overall are 6-12. Aberdeen's actually got the best overall record at 8-10 overall. Ugh. Messy.
Of those bottom 4 teams, yeah. Is that what you said? They have the best record of the bottom 4 teams? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tumwater's 17-1. Freaking
Tumwater. Did we get any nominees from, like, other places?
Well, we got a nominee for Jacob Quezada, and then I put in Lincoln Nemi and Mason Fry.
Ooh, Lincoln did have 2 really good games.
Yeah.
Mason also had multiple good games.
Yeah. I did so I was torn really when I was thinking about it between those 2, and the only way that I decided that in my mind I wanted to go with Mason was that Lincoln was an athlete of the week a couple weeks ago. It was literally my only differentiation. I was like, okay, I feel really similarly about these 2 guys. One of them hasn't been athlete of the week during basketball season. The other one has. But I don't even think that's not like a be-all, end-all. That was just how I sorted it out in my head.
All right, so you're gonna tell me. Do you have their stat lines?
I don't have Mason's stats from Friday, which is the tough part. And I don't. Do you have Lincoln stats from the Aberdeen game?
Yes, I have his Aberdeen and Monty stats.
Yeah, so I don't have. I only have Mason's stats from the Hoquiam game that they won. I don't have anything from Friday. Last time I checked, the Daily World hadn't. I'll check again. They hadn't posted. No, they just have
Rochester.
They just have a scoreboard.
Was that Rochester?
Yeah.
Thurston County. Would the Olympian have that?
Maybe.
Or the Chronicle? Maybe. We're going to try and get those. And then also, before we take a break, I'm going to ask Nick for like his who's winning state in 2A and 1A basketball. Because I hope it's R.A. Long. That'll make us feel better for all of our teams up here getting absolutely waxed by him this year. But we're going to take a commercial break right now.
Do you have a legal situation and need someone on your side? Let the law office of Jeffrey A. Damashevitz be your advocate. If you've been the victim of medical malpractice, suffered a personal injury, or need representation with real estate law, small business law, or estate planning, let Jeff Damashevitz put his 29 years of experience to work for you. Call Jeff Damashevitz today at 360-612-3991 or visit damashevitzlaw.com. That's DAMASIEWICZLAW.com.
Thank you to our sponsors, the Law Office of Jeffrey A. Damashevitz and Spivey Realty Group, the sponsor of our Spivey Athlete of the Week. Should probably talk to them at some point. Make sure that they both want to still be our sponsors. It's been a while since I've checked in. Anybody wants to check in with them? It's my job, huh? Darn it.
Yep. You're our public face, Daniel.
I will be the liaison to the law office of Jeffrey A. Damashevitz, no relation.
What's the A stand for?
Oh, that's a great question. Who's the Godfather?
Nice hat, Justin.
The Godfather. Thank you. The Godfather has not come up in so long. What made you think of that?
Just the fact that I still don't know what the A stands for. I don't
And
know.
you never found out who the Godfather was.
I don't know who the Godfather is, and I don't know what the A stands for.
We have to keep some secrets
And
from
I
you.
don't know why I don't have a cool Rainiers hat like you guys do.
Yeah. Is this literally the exact same hat?
I believe so, yes.
Did you buy it at Cheney Stadium?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
me
did.
too. Yeah. You have good taste.
Aren't you guys cool?
Yeah. It was actually kind of expensive.
Yeah,
But
no,
I
I
think
totally wanted one of those hats.
I was buying a hat I was there with my son, and I bought a hat for both of us, and they were buy one, get one half off.
Oh, nice.
So I was like, I can buy as expensive a hat as I want, and his will be half off. That's how I do math on, things I want.
Wouldn't you want to buy his hat and then your hat would have been half off? Or did they?
That's not how it works.
That's how they get you.
Yeah. I don't see the Monty Rochester basketball stats
Darn
anywhere.
it. 28 points, 10 rebounds. This is a pretty monster game, though. For Mason.
It's tough, though, because Lincoln has the
25
Lincoln's-
and 25.
well, and then the Myrtle Street rivalry escalated.
Oh, the escalator. But the red rivalry, which was a thing at one point. Remember when Monty and Hoquiam were like neck and neck in every sport?
Here's what I'm worried
Weren't
about.
we trying to come up with a name for it?
We did. It's the
Okay.
red rivalry.
Yeah.
And then Ian was like, not every rivalry needs a name. And I was like, shut up, Ian.
Yeah, we were both like, shut up, Ian. What do you know? Ha! We zinged him.
Yeah, and then the rivalry disappeared.
Yeah, it
after
did.
that.
It's gone. It's gone now.
Yeah, because it wasn't named.
The funny thing is, like, so the rivalries are a funny thing because Myrtle Street rivalry is always going to be big.
Yeah.
The East County Civil War,
Yep.
it's always going to be big, but like it's really lost a lot of steam in certain sports over the years. Like if you were to talk to my son who graduated a couple of years ago, their chief rival was Aberdeen. Like from the time that they were in grade school, they like the team they had the most animosity toward was Aberdeen in everything. Like they didn't care about beating Elma nearly as much as they cared about beating Aberdeen.
Interesting.
So it just kind of goes in these waves,
Yeah.
you know?
yeah. And now they don't even get to play Aberdeen.
They're not even in
anymore.
the same league.
Not in the same league. Don't get to play them half the time. All right.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
Chase might have come through for us in a big way.
did Chase come through?
I don't know how to cite the source on this because it's a screenshot from a newspaper article, but the Rochester Monty game, Mason Fry had 23 points in a 64-41 win. I don't know
And
more.
you got to also, so you're right. Lincoln
It's
had
funny because
that-
he sent me the screenshot. Look, we're in the corner of it. He's watching our show while he's looking this stuff up. Man,
Yes,
Chase is so cool.
Attaboy. Love that guy. Way better than Francis. Francis would never send us cool stuff like that.
When has Francis ever been helpful to anyone?
He was helpful to you that one Stump Daniel like 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah, that was cool.
That sucks.
Oh, it's from the Chronicle.
Oh,
So thank you. Thank you.
of Narnia.
Thank you, Cronline, and thank you, Chase.
The Chronicles of Narnia.
By the way, follow Chase's stuff, Elma Sports Tracker, on Facebook and on Instagram. He is at a lot of local high school sports, especially Elma stuff, and he posts a lot of updates.
Yeah, he was even posting some updates of non-Elma sports the other day. I was really appreciative of that. Justin.
Yes.
Mason Fry has the game winner escalator too.
Yeah.
Like, throwing that out there.
I've in my head too. There's also like that game was just like so critical in the league standings.
Yeah.
If they had lost that, you could pretty much count them out for league title.
Yeah.
Now they're still on track if they win Friday to be sole league champions, not even sharing the league title. They would be outright league champions.
There's a way to, there's a path. I'm good with that. I'm good with Mason Fry. 28 and 23, 51 points on the week. And that's the two games that I know that he played.
Yeah,
For all I know, he played a different one.
I'll try to get the full stats for Mason from the Rochester game on Friday.
Okay.
But
All right.
I'm gonna make. I think that this will be
You
a week.
should probably try and find a better picture than the one that I took of him, like one of him actually playing.
I'll get one from
like
Forrest.
I take these pictures of like kids after the game, and like they do the job for what I want.
By the way, you
but-
made me feel like such a wimp.
You were such a wimp. You were such a wimp. But like,
I was like-
here's my player of the game picture for Lincoln.
Yeah.
Like, I just take like the, hey, I need a picture of you. Go stand.
He's got a
up.
backpack on.
He was.
Mason's in like an undershirt.
Yeah.
in his.
Lincoln was like, do I need to take my backpack off? And I was like, nah, I don't care. And then I realized afterwards, I was looking at, I zoomed in on Lincoln's picture. I was like, there's no like swear words on this, right? Because there was a bunch of words and weird font. And I realized that it was a Dennis Rodman shirt. And it said, The Worm, 5-time world champ. And I was like,
Nice.
I was so out of pocket. And then here's my picture of Mason Fry.
Yeah. Which, by the way, in a roundabout way, you can thank me for because you were about to walk out without taking one.
I was ready to leave, and then you're like, "Oh, I don't know if I should go talk to Mason. He's got people around
Well,
him.
I was like,
Mason's too cool for us."
I don't even know if I should defend myself.
I don't
Like,
know if you should either.
Typically, I don't
I
really.
was so surprised.
How rarely I talk to the players after a game. After that game was over, super big time game, right?
Yeah.
They were all flying high. I really wanted to talk to, or like just at least make contact with Colton and Caden Grubb. And so I went over to both of them. I slapped them on the shoulder. I said, "Hey guys, great job. Congratulations on the win." And then I looked over and there's a couple other guys that I sort of wanted to, but like they're kind of in the group. They got family and friends like all surrounding them, all talking. Everybody wants to talk to them. And I was like, I don't really want to interrupt that.
Right.
And so then we were getting ready to leave. And I was like, oh man, Daniel, I was going to take a picture of Mason, but like he's got just a bunch of people around him. I didn't want to interrupt. And you did this. You gave me the most dismissive side eye look with this little smirk. It was like, and then you were like, hold my bag. And then you walked away and you went and were like, hey Mason, I'm more important than everything you have else going on in your life. Let me take a really ugly picture of you. Click, click.
I didn't say it was ugly. It's just not a great, picture.
I'm deflecting again.
Yeah, it was not ugly. He looks like it's not an ugly picture. Chase said that he went to that Monty Rochester game. Justin wasn't there. Fake Monty guy. You know what? You know who was Chase?
I was working.
Chase, you know who was at the Aberdeen Hoquiam game? The McGaffies. I saw him walk in and I was like, what, you guys just got nothing better to do? And William goes, yeah, our power's out. So we were like, might as well go watch some basketball.
Yeah, mysterious power outage in Elma that the PUD didn't want to explain.
They didn't explain
It
it?
was really weird. Like, if you go on the social media posts and you look on the comments, everybody's like, hey, can you tell us why the power is out? Why isn't anyone telling us why the power is out? Why can't you tell us why the power is out? No response.
You
Nobody
know
knew.
why? Being the former communications person
Please tell
of a
me.
PUD person, we
Aliens.
don't know yet.
I thought it was aliens.
We don't know.
Definitely not aliens.
Probably some rando tree out East County decided to fall over.
Say we don't know yet.
Sometimes,
Well-
but also like
Like,
maybe
I
we'll
feel
wait
like-
10 more minutes and find out.
I feel like in the announcements that I get from Mason
Mason County's just
PUD,
better than us. I get
it
it.
almost always either says what says what happened or is like crews are working now to figure out what happened.
Well, yeah, that's normally what I bet. That's what
Definitely did not say that.
the Grace Harbor
No.
Post didn't say crews are working.
No, it did not say we're trying to figure out why it happened.
Well, then you need to talk to Ian because he was probably on vacation or something. And just because Sheila's super amazing at communicating. Sorry, I know all the communicators' names. And
Thank
be
you,
weird.
little Daniel. It is definitely aliens. Or
Definitely aliens.
Sasquatch.
Which are demons
It's-
or fae.
It's funny, Daniel, because we didn't lose power, but I know about this because there was enough confusion about why power was lost that we were getting communication from other people that live in the Elma area going, do you have power?
Yeah.
Do you know what's going on?
You know what my favorite is? Wildlife. And they tend not to like to report, yeah, there's a dead squirrel fried out of its brain right now. Because
Take a
people are
picture
like,
of it.
Oh, squirrels.
I just take a
we
picture
like
of that
squirrels.
and post it.
Yeah, dude.
You know what the real
seen
problem is
pictures.
here? And this is what
That's
it's still
a framing issue. You don't say, oh, there's a dead squirrel fried. You say, a mischievous squirrel was causing damage and
Yeah,
found out.
and then all the environmentalists are like, we need to cut all of the power
an
substations because
invasive
squirrels.
gray squirrel was
Invasive-
causing damage.
Well, it's
Yes.
definitely still Ian's fault, but I can tell you what actually happened.
What actually
People have gotten spoiled about the amount of communication they get from PUDs these days.
That's true.
And so when they don't
So true.
immediately get all because the information was coming out of like, here's how many people are without power. Here's how long it might be till it's restored. Like information
even
was
had an
coming out.
ETA?
I think so.
Wow.
Maybe I'm wrong.
And people
but
still
like,
were
there
like,
was
"Why is
information there. They
it
did a
out?"
post.
Yeah.
And people were like, wait a minute, usually you give us more information. Bah, it must be aliens.
Yeah.
I didn't hear anyone saying it must be aliens.
We were all thinking it.
We were all thinking it.
Maybe.
So Mason Fry?
Yeah.
Mason Fry's
Oh, yeah.
Mason Fry.
Not
who-
an alien.
And it also wasn't a bad picture. It was just not a great picture.
Yeah, I was deflecting.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe I just think too little of random high school kids wanting to talk to Mason. But I just like walked through the group and was like, "Hey, I need your picture." And all the kids were like, "Whoa." And I was trying really hard not to get nervous about like high school because like high school used to freak me out when I was a kid.
Because you were a homeschooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I get anxious.
I got
just
really
thinking about
comfortable
high
in the
school.
choir room at Aberdeen High School, but that was the only place.
I got
I spent a lot of time there. There was a girl I liked.
I got really comfortable on the baseball field, which technically wasn't. No, I guess the practice field was high school property, I think. But inside the buildings, like even basketball, that wasn't my sport. I never was comfortable there either. Explains a
Probably
lot.
more comfortable there now.
Yeah. More comfortable up in the balcony.
I'm probably more comfortable at Hoquiam Square Garden now than you were in high school.
That's probably true. Yeah. Although I gotta
and
say,
Justin has things thrown at him when he enters the building.
Yeah.
I found out the other day that Hoquiam's JV coach, Zach Reinvan,
Yeah.
has 3 young kids that pretty much line up with my 3 young kids' age. So Watch out.
And genders?
Watch out 15 years from now.
How tall are the Ryan Vans?
They're tiny. We still need a post player. We need some height. Ryan Vans and Hargroves are short. We need some height. Somebody have tall kids.
Are Smiths all done?
I'm not sure if they're out of the area or Quigs. I think the closest Quig lives in Gig Harbor.
What?
We've still got Waymans. Like,
they're short too.
Yeah,
We're all
yeah,
short.
they're not.
Waymans are
We
good,
need
though.
some Tingles and Picars.
Waymans stuck around, though. Where are all the Wayman kids?
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, there'll be some. Yeah, they all have kids that age too.
There's going to be some little Waymans.
There's going to be Waymans, Ryan Vans, and Hargroves. Just give us about 10 years. Was this
I
a
don't know what
Catholic
that
choir
means.
room? I don't know what that means either.
No, it was at the high school. It was
Definitely not Catholic.
secular.
Oh, Nick says an undocumented squirrel. That's why they couldn't release it. Dude, that's a solid comment, Nick.
Wait, no, you don't. Then you're gonna get people protesting.
Well, that's why they didn't announce it.
If it was an
Andrew.
undocumented squirrel, they wouldn't fry it. They would ice it. Did I do the thing again?
You did the thing.
Okay.
Congratulations, Mason Fry. You're our Spivey Athlete of the Week. Thanks again to our sponsors, Spivey Realty Group. I saw a couple of their guys the other day when I was at lunch watching that Seahawks game. I saw Kalen and James. Yeah, a couple of my guys who I've played basketball with. Justin's gone, but congratulations to Mason Fry, you're our Spivey Athlete of the Week. Monster week for Mason. Monster season so far. He had 28 points and the game winner in that Hoquiam game. Also 23 points in the romp over Rochester. Well done, sir. We're going to take a commercial break and come back with the third period of our Obvious Hockey Show to ask some random freestyled questions about the Seahawks and how Nick Sisson was wrong.
Spivey Realty Group's goal is to make buying, selling, investing, and renting real estate in Grace Harbor simple. They believe in 100% transparency and unparalleled communication with local expertise, tech-enhanced, and top-notch service for their friends, neighbors, and community. Their goal is simple: get a group of strong-willed, hard-working people together who want to make a difference in Grace Harbor and to use real estate as the means of achieving that. Voted Grace Harbor's best real estate company. Find them on Facebook or visit graceharborrealestate.com. Spivey Realty Group, elevating small town real estate.
And welcome back to the scrimmage.
Back! Oh, sorry. We
That's
did
okay.
that with different energy.
I think we nailed it.
Did we?
That was so good.
Dude, King. So true.
Daniel, did you see that Bill Belichick didn't make the NFL Hall of Fame on the first ballot?
Let's get it going with the 2-minute drill. No?
Yeah.
Do you want to do a 2 minute?
Yeah, 2 minute
Yeah.
drill. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Impromptu.
Let's go. Huddle up. Gotta hurry. Hey, 2-minute situation. 44 seconds. Hand the ball to ref. Gonna do it right. 3 jet Buckeye. Don't worry.
The 2-minute drill starts now.
Daniel, did you see that Bill Belichick didn't make the NFL Hall of Fame on the first ballot?
Dude, that is wild. Absolutely wild. It's basically whoever decides these things. Is it like the NFL writers? Is it like the baseball
There's a-
writers?
Yes, it is. It's the NFL Writers Association.
They're basically saying, Bill Belichick, you were a cheater, so we're going to penalize you by not doing this. Will Tom Brady be next? Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, my.
Justin, your New England Patriots are about to get romped by the Seattle Seahawks. How can they combat this defense that is going to destroy Drake May?
Well, the thing that's been the Seattle Seahawks' downfall for much of the season is when Sam Darnold has a multi-turnover game, which he is prone to do. New England's defense can get after the quarterback, and also Seattle will be able to get after Drake May as well, but Drake May is the #1 quarterback in the NFL by QBR against the blitz. So I think if Drake can avoid the blitz and do a good enough job on offense, and the New England Patriots defense, which is way better than what they faced last week against the Rams, can bother Sam Darnold, the Pats have a real chance here.
It's your turn to ask a question now.
Daniel, Shedeur Sanders made the Pro Bowl. Whoa, what?
It's almost like... It's almost like his dad is Deion Sanders. Justin, Eugenio Suarez just signed with a different team. We weren't expecting
Don't
him
worry,
to come
the-
back. But it'd be really nice if the Mariners made one more move before the season started.
Don't worry, the Mariners will give up something to trade for him at the deadline when they need extra bats.
I will say
Wouldn't that be hilarious?
I don't
Wouldn't it be just the most likely scenario? Like, it's already happened.
I don't remember who it was, but someone in Seattle adjacent sports media was saying this is the right decision because Geno is not a long-term solution, and they need to figure out if I think they've got a couple, Williamson and somebody else, as potential, like maybe these guys can be good third basemen. And if they're not by the deadline, then that needs to be
Then they'll go
solved.
trade for Suarez again.
Right. Well, that's what I was saying. Like that, I feel like the post made me go, yeah, that makes sense. Oh my gosh, we totally could see Geno come back again for a second half if they don't. But it did make sense to me where it was like hiring an old guy or like an older guy to play the position that you've got young guys that you need to figure out if they're good or not.
Right.
Like, it kind of makes sense that's...
You know what, Andrew, I love that line of thinking. Real quick, I'm going to throw a couple of comments in there that we need to get back to. Chase says, we're really having Spygate conversation in 2026. This is the worst possible timeline. No, the worst possible timeline is they had their championship stripped from them because of Spygate, Chase. That was your worst possible timeline.
And we didn't go there.
Just
also,
like,
were we talking about Spygate or Deflategate?
Yeah. Or Gate. I don't know. Then he says Sanders made the Pro Bowl because Drake May is in the Super Bowl. See how generous Drake May is. You know what? Drake May seems like a stand-up guy, except for his name and likeness looks like he's just a created player from like Madden or NCAA football. Like the dude is just the most Drake May.
So Drake just has to enjoy it now.
Did you ever like create a player and you used such a generic name that Madden actually used their name? Like Bill Johnson ran for 10 yards and you're like, wow, that's not even a real human, but they had Bill and Johnson in their files. That's what Drake May is. Sorry.
I was just going to say Drake is he has to enjoy this now because he's occupying this space where, like, unless you're a Seahawks fan, right now everybody loves Drake May. He's the absolute darling of the NFL. This is like
and yet I've heard people talk about it like, who cares about Drake May? But you've told me that he's like the Steph Curry of the NFL.
That's what I feel like. When the Warriors first became
Justin
good,
is very unbiased about Drake May.
Everybody loves Drake May. When Steph Curry first helped the Warriors rise to prominence before they became the evil team that acquired Kevin Durant and before everyone knew how awful Draymond Green was.
Yeah.
Steph Curry,
Steph
Curry was like this lovable kid, like small, undersized, shot threes like crazy.
Yeah.
Everyone loved Steph Curry. He eventually became a villain.
Because now every high school kid on JV or C squad who can't shoot thinks that you just need to hoist threes, and the entire game of basketball has changed.
Right now, everybody loves Drake May.
Dre. Should we just call him Dre?
That's fine. I'm going to keep calling him Drake.
Okay.
But
like Sir Francis Drake?
Yeah. I don't know how happy, though, like NFL fanhood as a whole would be if the Patriots won the Super Bowl. Like, of all the complaining that we've gotten for the last several years about, oh, anybody but Kansas City, and then the anybody but Kansas City is the Patriots.
Yeah.
Like, NFL general fanhood has to be like, are you kidding me? When we said anybody but Kansas City, we didn't mean the team that kept winning before them.
Yes. You know what's funny? I think the funny thing is everybody on the East Coast only knows how to gargle, like, East Coast teams. And so they're like, oh my gosh, the Patriots only had like 2 down years. And the Seahawks are like, we're in the Super Bowl 2. We've missed the playoffs 1 year. What? Like the disconnect, the amount of times that you hear storylines where they're like, oh, Patriots, can you believe this? And then the Seahawks are like, yeah, literally same thing, bro. What are you talking about? Like what?
Well, you know what? We had Chase with us last week, and you have to admit, it was very emotional hearing him describe how difficult those 2 years of bad Patriots football were.
Oh my gosh.
He really struggled through those 2 years.
Yeah.
Justin, this is what I appreciate about you. You will jump onto the Patriots bandwagon,
Yeah.
but you're still self-aware enough to be able to make fun of someone who's complaining about.
I'm on it now. I
Yeah.
wasn't on it through the hard times.
Yes, no, absolutely.
I don't want to be the fan of a team that's bad.
Right.
I'd root for Oregon State. I felt wrong when it was coming out of my mouth. I don't feel
Justin-
good about it.
It's
Justin,
true, though.
you were saying that Drake May was good against the blitz, and that could help, except that the Seahawks only blitz 21.7% of the time.
That's what I was thinking too when
They're
he
not
said
a
that.
blitz-heavy team.
That's exactly what I was thinking when he
Well,
said that.
in
is
my
the Seahawks
defense,
don't blitz
when
much.
I said that, I did not know
And-
that.
And Brock is currently crunching this for me, and he's been thinking for 2 minutes, so this is impressive. But the Seahawks have done remarkably well in games where they lost the turnover battle by a lot.
Isn't that weird?
It's so weird. It has
that's
been
true.
frustrating.
Wait a minute. Are
because-
you trying to poke holes in both of the points that I made?
Yeah.
That is rude.
Because
you know
Justin,
what, Andrew?
Both of them, I was
Hey,
like, wait, those don't make sense.
Be a buddy, okay? Like be a pal. What are you doing to me right now?
Dude, you know what's weird? Drake May won the Sean Alexander Award.
Oh,
I don't
good for
even
him.
know what that is. What is the Sean Alexander Award for?
I will refrain
I met
from
Sean Alexander
speculating
once.
about what the Sean Alexander Award is.
It's the Freshman of the Year Award, apparently.
Oh, cool.
It was introduced in 2018.
Huh.
And Drake May won the Sean Alexander Award.
You know, when I met Sean Alexander face to face, shook his hand, you know what my biggest impression of that situation was?
How
Smaller
big of
than
a
I
gap in his teeth was?
smaller than I thought.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what's funny? My dad has that same impression all the time, and I thought that he was just delusional because he thinks of himself as like a big, strong guy. But now I know that you guys share a weird delusion of how small you think people are. What do you think? They're all like superhuman giants that are like 9 feet tall and 10 feet wide?
Yes.
Because my dad met a bunch of big dudes.
Why are you guys picking on me?
The only guy my dad ever met, and he's met a bunch of professional athletes that he went, wow, you're a big dude, was Max Strong.
Yeah.
And he was like, whoa, you're a big dude. He met Jay Buhner, who was like 3 feet taller than him. And he's like, I'm bigger than you. I bench 415. What up? Or 405, whatever it was.
Well, I met Sean Alexander when he wasn't playing anymore. Maybe he dropped some weight.
Maybe.
Was
Drake
Sean, was
Lee
Sean, was
May.
Sean Alexander known as being a big guy?
He's a running back.
Running backs are often small, Daniel. You should know this.
But, like, I don't mean just
OSU
short, but I mean,
fan
like,
of
beefy.
Jaquiz Rogers, or I'm sorry.
Jaquiz was beefy?
the-
Are you going
Jaquiz
to tell me
was the
Jaquiz
receiver,
wasn't
wasn't he?
beefy?
No, Jaquiz was
Oh,
the
okay,
running back
okay.
who had thighs the
Oh,
size
oh,
of
no.
our entire
The-
bodies.
The man had mass, but he was not tall.
Dude,
Sean Alexander, height and weight.
Dude, Chase just sent me a YouTube video about Spygate.
Oh, it tells me how many centimeters tall he is. How is that helpful?
Dude, you know what's gross?
Oh my god.
Drake May was born in 2022. Remember, did we talk about this last week? How we used to
How
feel
was
old?
Drake May born in 2022?
Yeah. Right?
That was 4 years ago.
Yeah. Did we have this conversation last week where we used to feel old when players were younger than us, but now we feel old because the coaches
You just
are
said
younger
Drake
than
May
us?
was born 4 years ago.
Oh, did I say 2022? I said that like 5 times, didn't I?
And then I corrected you and you were like, yeah.
So when you said yeah,
You said yeah.
wait, no, okay, so when you said 4 years ago,
Yeah.
I thought you were making the joke that 2022 feels like it was 4
Okay,
years
I
ago.
got you. I got you.
Chase is a great sport,
Yeah.
and I love this comment. Those 2 down years were very rough, Daniel. It's been 600 days since the Celtics won. There's kids that are a year and a half old in New England that haven't seen a championship. That needs to change.
Oh, well
So
played.
let's get back to the 4-year-old quarterback that's in the Super Bowl.
Hey, those
The
1.5-year-olds are rooting for him.
And that 4-year-old quarterback, you know what? I do like him even more now, learning about his backstory. He grew up in North Carolina.
Yeah.
North Carolina guy. Went to North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't pick Duke. So good on him. And he can win the Super Bowl
He
another
did
time.
initially pick Alabama.
What?
And then came back to North
He
Carolina.
transferred or just...
No, I think he decommitted. I think he originally had committed to Alabama and then...
Oh, so he doesn't have any loyalty to his decisions. I don't know. I'm just trying to make stuff up at this point.
Sean Alexander, by the way, 5'11", 225.
That's pretty thick.
It's pretty beefy.
So
beefy.
Back
Small
to the,
guy.
Back to the Seahawks turnover woes.
Yeah.
They won 3 games this year while losing the turnover battle.
That's
They
crazy.
beat the Houston Texans 27-19 while turning the ball over 4 times and only getting 1 turnover back. They beat the Arizona Cardinals 44-22, turning the ball over 3 times and getting 2 back.
Yes, because the Cardinals suck.
And they beat the Los Angeles Rams week 16, 38-37 in overtime, in spite of turning the ball over 3 times and not getting a single turnover.
How many times have they beaten a quarterback who's not even old enough to be in kindergarten?
That is
because
never
he was
happened.
only born
They have
4
not
years
done
ago.
that.
Francis
They've
says
really
best show
struggled.
ever 2022 facepalm. Shut up, Francis. I thought he was. I thought Justin was making a joke about how, like, you know, when we say like
passage of time.
1995 feels like it was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That's what I thought you were doing. I didn't realize that I said 22 every time I said 2002.
Okay.
Daniel says, see, that's why I focus more on geopolitics. Back-to-back World War champs, baby. You got a point there.
Don't talk about it.
Then
No,
Chase
no.
says he backed out of Bama because Mac Jones was there, and he didn't want to wait until Mac left.
Yeah, that's actually true.
That's crazy.
That is
Seeing
accurate.
that Mac
So
Jones
when-
then went
when-
and played for the Patriots and then was booty there.
Yeah, that is funny. It's a funny connection. But I think what happened was when he committed to Alabama initially, they made a commitment to him that they weren't going to sign another quarterback. And then they signed another quarterback. And initially when it was like, okay, you just have to wait behind Mac Jones, he was okay with it. But then when they brought in the other quarterback, he decided to decommit.
Alabama did something sketchy?
Or just dishonest, I guess. Yeah. It wasn't
In
really...
this economy?
It wasn't really even a
Saban's an
scandal, but it
absolute
just
joke,
it
by the way.
aligned with the timing that North Carolina had fired their coach and brought Mac Brown back in, and Mac Brown convinced Drake May to come to Carolina.
There's too many Macs and Drakes and
Quick update on the turnover thing.
Drake Mac.
Mac Drake.
The Seahawks also
want a
lost the
Big Mac.
turnover battle on the 3 games that they lost this year. So they are literally 50% in games where they lose the turnover battle.
Interesting. How is Drake and Andrew? Next research question.
Yeah.
How is Drake May at the turnover battle? Does he throw a lot of picks? He throwing interceptions out there? Is he kind of a pick guy? I feel like
He fumbles a lot.
fumbles a lot. That sounds like Sam Darnold. Is Sam Darnold the older version of Drake May?
No. He's
Dude,
playing
so
for the Patriots, not Jets.
Am I the only when I was watching some of the stuff about when Sam Darnold was drafted? Wasn't he drafted in like 2018?
Dude, he was drafted the same year as Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen.
I was kind
And
of taken
Josh
aback.
Rosen.
I was kind of taken aback when
Rosen soft.
I was thinking of him as a more recent player.
Darnold?
Yeah.
Dude, no, he's been getting his brains beat in on
Wait.
crappy teams for a long time.
I could be wrong. Wasn't Darnold the one that there was the whole thing about he on the sideline of the Jets? He was like, "I'm seeing ghosts."
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
seeing
Yeah,
ghost
okay,
guys.
that was-
Yeah,
Ghost.
and then he
That
went to
was Darnold.
Carolina.
Yeah.
And did he spend some time in New Orleans?
He went to the Super Bowl as the backup for the Niners.
Niners. Yeah. Okay.
And then he went to Minnesota and won 14 games, and they're like, nah, we like this weirdo we drafted. And then he came here and won.
And
14
then
more
I
games.
accidentally called him Sam Bradford once, and my son made fun of me.
And then my daughter made some comments about the things that he has.
You know what Sam Darnold has.
The thing.
What's her name today?
Henry.
Ooh, like
So-
Derrick Henry.
No,
Oh.
like, did you ever listen or read the books, The Boxcar Children?
Yes.
She identified as parent, or she has decided that the person she wants to act like from those books, it's not Violet, the oldest girl. No, Henry's the leader, and she's like, I'm Henry.
Second child energy.
Henry, you know what Henry's got? Yeah, multiple. Yeah, she's very up on anatomy.
Who's reading her Boxcar Children books?
It's called a Yodo player.
Okay, because I was gonna say those are chapter books. They're not like for what is she 2?
She turns 3 in a couple weeks.
Okay, that would be advanced for her to
So,
be able to read those.
My older son,
Yeah.
my older son has. Well, they have it's called a Yodo player. It's basically this little thing that reads audiobooks.
Yeah.
And he listens to Winnie the Pooh, like the old school ones, and the Boxcar Children. And wherever he is, my daughter is. And she decided that Henry is the coolest character, so she is Henry.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just like when we're all little kids and we watch Ninja Turtles, our Leonardo is our favorite. And then after a while, you're like, oh, no, I'm the cool guy. I want to be Michelangelo. And then after a while, you're like, no, I want to rebel against the man.
gonna be
I'm
Raph."
Raphael.
And then you get older and you're like, Raph's an idiot.
And then you were like, man, Donatello was really the smartest out of all of them.
Yeah.
You just go through that cycle.
And then
you
you're
get
like, I just like pizza.
and then you're like, I'm the rat, and I realize that all my kids are idiots. No, I'm just kidding.
What's the rat's name?
Master
Splinter.
Splinter. Thank you.
I was about to get mad.
Going back to baseball, Andrew, the other name you were looking for on young players they are hoping is Colt Emerson, who is
At third base? Okay.
He is a shortstop, but since J.P. Crawford is there, they're like, Colt Emerson is kind of a bigger guy.
Okay. So it'll be between Williamson and Colt Emerson
Yeah.
to the
And Colt Emerson is like a Julio level prospect.
How old is Kyle Seager?
Like super old.
Too
He's
old
like
to
my
come back?
age. Dude, Kyle Seager's like my age.
Too old
brother's still
to
playing.
come back and play?
Yeah.
Okay.
his brother's still playing,
He
isn't
might
he?
even be older than me. Yes, his brother's still playing. His brother is his younger brother.
I bet he could come back and play if he wanted to. I bet he left because
He's
Because
38.
he hated the team.
because he hated yeah.
38.
38. Well, I am
Which
30.
I
How old am I?
100% am with him on that.
Bro, I totally forgot. How old am I? What year is it?
It's 2026.
It's 2022.
You were born in 2022.
I'm 37.
This is-
gross.
This is very
Andrew, are you
cathartic
38?
for me? Yes, because I once lost an argument to Daniel over how old I was.
Yes,
So
that's true.
It felt good for me to see you have that.
I literally forgot how old I was there. Justin, do you have any stumping questions?
No.
Andrew,
I do not.
I'm beginning to think you might have gotten your age wrong.
no, aren't I 37?
Yeah.
Oh,
just turned. In Daniel's defense, he's only been 37 for like less than a month.
yeah.
Wouldn't that mean you remember it better?
I don't know. You're the one who doesn't pay attention to birthdays.
Hey, I've got it easy right now. I'm a man. I'm 40.
You're 40?
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Snuck into it.
That's why I said, yeah, I don't tell you guys when it's my birthday. What am I, a 10-year-old girl?
Andrew, how old are you?
38. I think.
Okay. I'm so confused. Right now.
Really?
Yeah.
These numbers are confusing you?
Did you
So
want
confused.
Drake
I didn't know
May's
you were
turnover
40.
stats?
I want to know Drake May's turnover stats.
2025. We'll just talk about 2025. He played 17 games, threw 8 interceptions, and lost 5 fumbles.
Not bad.
In the postseason, he has thrown 2 interceptions and not lost any fumbles.
Oh, that's good.
You know how many turnovers Sam Darnold has in the playoffs?
He's only played 2 games. He's only played 2
He
games.
hasn't played. Why has he only played 2 games, Justin?
Because he had the 1 seed. Sorry.
Because
Dude, maybe it's because my daughter likes to pretend she's Sam Darnold, but I'm like all in on the Sam Darnold train. Why do I like Sam
he's
Darnold?
your kind of guy.
Why do I like Sam Darnold so much more than Geno Smith?
This
He's
is
your
fun.
kind of guy.
They're both former Jets dropouts,
I have heard.
but one of them got punched in the face while he was with the Jets.
I think that Sam is more liked, not necessarily.
Gee, I wonder why.
I'm saying not. Wait, what? I mean,
Geno's
like,
a turd.
Okay, fair. Okay.
Every time somebody does something wrong, he reacts like a diva. He's like, "What are you doing?" And Sam's like, "All right, I'll throw it to you better next time."
I do think that
I'm a son of a plumber.
I'm very much enjoying you liking Sam Darnold because you were so mad when they brought him in instead of promoting. I don't remember which one.
Wait, what?
Who was it? Who was it that you wanted?
Sam Darnold?
Who was it that you wanted them to
We
promote?
wanted Sam Howell for
Yes.
a moment.
Or wasn't it?
Oh,
wasn't it Sam
dude, I totally forgot about that. Yes.
I don't think
I
we-
was all in on Sam
Yes.
Howell.
Yeah, and so when Sam Darnold came in, you were like, wrong Sam, and super upset.
You're
and so
right.
I really appreciate that you're on board now.
Short memory.
Bro, I totally forgot about that. Wrong Sam. Could you imagine a Super Bowl between Sam Howell and Drake May? You wouldn't know what to do with yourself, Justin.
That would be the greatest day ever.
Yeah. You know what?
It's a classic win-win.
Dude, you know what I'm going to say right now? You know what I'm going to say?
What?
If Sam Howell was the quarterback instead of Sam Darnold, they'd be in the same spot.
Yep. I agree.
And
They
now-
might have even lost one less game.
Dude, where even is Sam Howell now?
I don't think he plays anywhere.
Oh, shoot. I got a text from my wife. Do I need to go home?
I don't know.
What
No,
does the
she
text
just sent
say?
me it was just she sent me a reel.
Oh.
Okay. I think I'm good.
She's not watching the show?
Probably not. Dude, we talk- Does your wife watch the show?
She usually watches for a little while and then loses,
gets bored?
and then gets bored and turns it off.
Dude, he played for the Eagles this year. Poor Sam Howell.
Did he play for the Eagles or is
No,
he
he didn't play.
No,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
just chilled.
Maybe he'll have a really
So, yeah.
lucrative career as a backup quarterback like Gardner Minshew.
Dude, he
And
kinda
get a
looks
chance
like
to play
Gardner
every
Minshew.
once in a while. Yeah.
You know what's going to happen, though, Andrew? Colt Emerson going to win Rookie of the Year,
That would be amazing.
and the Mariners are going to go to the World Series.
They have to. This is their last opportunity
Yeah.
to give
Rick Riz.
Rick Riz. Thank you. My mind went blank. To give Rick Riz a championship before he
And-
retires.
And
Which,
I care about that
Would be
because
so
he
cool.
links to Dave Niehaus.
yep, and consciously does it.
Yeah.
Like it isn't like
That's true. Good
we
point.
connect him, but
Yeah.
like he uses the rye bread and mustard
Yep.
call occasionally
Yeah. He tends to.
and
he
talks about.
He likes to throw
his-
it back to that.
Yeah.
Do you guys
All
have
right.
other thoughts on the Super Bowl before we get out of here? Are you guys coming to watch with me?
Yeah, I'm planning on it.
That's just what I plan on doing.
Okay.
Although
I was just making sure because
Justin, I do want a little bit more, like. I want to make sure that the people that are actually interested in the game get to watch it. Normally I'm perfectly happy to sit on the edges and just like enjoy like the atmosphere. But I do want to watch this game.
I think the atmosphere is going to be like it was last time the Seahawks were in the Super Bowl.
good.
Yeah.
We were all pretty
Yeah,
engaged.
yeah, I think we were too.
Except for this time, Justin's gonna be all like, "Oh, go Patriots!"
I'm
And
gonna-
be like, "Oh, I punched you in the nuts."
I'm gonna see if
oh,
there's.
whoops.
I'm gonna try to borrow a Patriots jersey from a friend.
from Cole. Is it from Cole?
No.
it's from Cole.
Yes.
Is Cole gonna be there?
No. But
We
I'm gonna
should
see if
invite Cole.
I'm gonna see if he'll let me borrow one of his extra
we
jerseys.
should find where Cole's going and go there.
That's a wild story because at least as of last week, there was a possibility that Cole was going to try to go to the Super Bowl.
Oh, wow.
Dude,
Man,
go Cole. Should we
it-
start a GoFundMe account for Cole to go to the Super Bowl?
I'd do that.
occurred
I'd
to
contribute
me-
like $14 to it.
it
I'd
occurred
contribute
to-
12 for obvious reasons.
I hadn't really thought about it, but it occurred to me this
12
week
is run.
how much cheaper it is for people in here to get to San Francisco. Like, we can drive there in
Yeah.
a long day.
You know
Whereas last time, it was a long ways away.
Yes. Chase says Sam Darnold will look like Jet Sam Darnold seeing ghosts on Sunday.
Go Pats.
And then he says seeing ghosts was against the Patriots. Of course it was. And then he says, I think we should do a stump Francis. Oh.
Too easy.
And then Chase says because he was playing a crappy NFC defenses. What?
Sam Darnold. He was talking about Sam Darnold. He was
Okay,
playing
guy.
against crappy NFC defenses.
Okay, guy.
That's why he had no turnovers.
Yeah. Sure. All right, Justin.
Yeah.
Drake May.
Yep.
Trivia.
Yeah.
Oh, are we doing Stump, Justin?
I just threw some stuff into Grok.
Oh, no.
Yeah, here we go. Starts with the easy question. Drake May comes from a highly athletic family. He's the youngest of 4 brothers. What did his other brothers do?
Well, Luke May played basketball at North Carolina.
Yeah, and what
And
did
then-
he do there?
Well, he made the game-winning shot in the Elite Eight against Kentucky.
Yeah, but what did they win?
They won
Did he win?
the national title.
There you go. All right, what did his other brother do?
So he had his other
What
brother.
did his brother Cole do?
So high school accomplishments, right? Because his other brother was a really great high school football player.
He had another brother that was extremely successful in college athletics. What did his brother Cole do?
Golf.
That's what? I said he was successful.
He played
Shots fired.
soccer.
Cole
Rent just went
secured a national championship in baseball.
So,
at
national
Florida.
championship in baseball.
No,
At
wrong.
Florida.
You only get a half point for that one.
Yes. Half point. Nice.
All right. Drake
about
May
Yeah.
was a standout basketball player, and he could have potentially played for UNC's basketball team, according to their coach, Mac Brown. Dang it. You didn't give me trivia questions, Grok. You just gave me the answer.
What was it?
That was...
Mac Brown?
Yeah, that just gave me that. Okay, I need to read this sentence and then form it into a question.
Okay, do it.
Okay.
Who's getting stumped here?
Okay, Drake May, his high school senior football season was canceled due to COVID-19. But as a junior, he set a state record for his completion percentage.
Yeah. Oh, I knew that.
What was that completion percentage, and how many touchdowns did he throw? Bonus points. How many interceptions went along with it?
84%,
No.
41 touchdowns,
No.
and 5 picks.
Dude, so you went high on the completion percentage,
Okay.
but it was 72%. 84?
Didn't I say 72?
You said
I
84.
thought I said 72.
And then you said 41 touchdowns. He threw 50, my guy.
Wow.
And then you said 5 interceptions.
Yeah.
Only 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was pretty close on that, though.
All right. Grok says this. Remarkably,
Wow. Editorializing.
yes, he's only been a starting quarterback for 4 seasons. That's not a question. Dang it, Grok. Shut up, Hannah.
Don't tell Hannah to shut up.
All right. Moving on to Sam Howell trivia. He not only has American heritage, but what other country does he have heritage of? I don't know. This is a weird question. I have to pee so bad right now.
Yugoslavia.
No, Korean.
Oh, wow.
Did you know that Sam Howell was Korean?
I did not know that. North or south?
Dude, your son's black.
Both of them.
All right, Sam Howell's super weird.
Yeah.
What meat is the only meat
Chicken nuggets.
in his diet?
Chicken tenders or chicken nuggets?
I said what meat?
Chicken.
So, since you said chicken,
Yeah.
yes, I'll give you that. Sam
He
Howell
doesn't like steak or
he's
burgers.
never eaten beef or seafood. He's only eaten chicken.
I got that wrong?
No, that was just for his
Oh.
answer.
Okay.
It's
I
just
actually
for
knew
Sam
that.
Howell
For
being
the
I actually
answer.
knew that. Like chicken tenders and chicken nuggets was his whole diet.
So weird. He's like Usain Bolt. Yeah. All right. At UNC, Howell set numerous Tar Heels records.
Yes, he did. I'm right on that.
Which ones were they?
Passing touchdowns.
Yes. Single season.
Completion percentage.
Negative, Ghost Rider. I'll give you 3 more chances.
Wow.
Touchdown to interception ratio.
No. You're getting too complicated.
Passing yards.
Yes.
Wins.
Nope.
Wins are not a quarterback stat.
Single game highs of 550 yards and 6 touchdowns.
Yeah, probably against Miami.
All right. There's a dog attacking me. I'm going to cancel this because I'm terrible at doing this.
I think you did great.
I think I did terrible.
We got to talk for like 5 minutes about Drake May and Sam Howell. That was awesome.
Daniel's
about how
not
great
at
those guys are.
stumping.
And
He's
now
too good of a teammate.
Well, also I put in like I said give me Drake May and Sam Howell trivia, and I should have put trivia questions because it gave me a bunch
Yeah.
of literally trivia.
That was a bad
So
job by you.
that
Bad
was-
job by me.
My concern was that you weren't going to ask.
I did not give clear, concise instructions.
So do we wrap this sucker up?
Oh, yes.
So, for my co-host Daniel, have you watched the show Chad Powers Hargrove?
And my co-host Justin, have you heard of the good news gospel of Drake May Damashevitz?
And our trusty producer Andrew, I'm gonna poke holes in all your arguments like a jerk. Gross.
You've been listening to The Scrimmage.